The dilemma of stray animals has increased significantly in the last several years, with no real acknowledgement to the problem. More significantly, dogs have been extremely overshadowed and utterly ignored. They remain in poor condition and lacking a sense of safety in the scorching streets of Jeddah.
Okay. 2, 3. I've always had a soft spot for dogs. It was sad to see dogs scattered around Jeddah, growing up and living outside in the streets, starving. And I knew I had to do something about it. You know, whether it will be either host them in my backyard or just feed them anytime I got the chance. And luckily, I found out about OPJ, and I consider that as an opportunity to help make a difference in their world.
To help solve the issue of stray dogs, and again, it's a worldwide thing, with a little bit of extra into the mix here because of a lot of people not liking dogs. I think it's education. And I can see from when we started 10 years ago to now, the difference in attitude to people to dogs. People need to be educated on how to deal with them, that they are sentient beings. You can't just get one and then they're family. Why did we choose to rescue dogs rather than cats? It's the easiest question you've asked me, because nobody else was doing it, literally. I first went on a page on Facebook. It was called Pets in Need. It's still going and it's very popular. But I reckon the percentage of people on there who were talking about dogs would be minimal. Every second person on there, no, most of the people on there were rescuing cats and doing a wonderful job. We're really getting in and doing it all for the cats, but nobody was doing anything about dogs. And we just went, you know what, we need to form our own group concentrating on dogs, because what would happen is we would have a dog that we wanted to find a home for, and we'd put it on the page, and then it'd be pushed to the bottom of the page by 20 cats that needed a home, kind of thing, and everybody commenting on the cats. So we just said, Yalla, let us go and do our own thing now. And it's just grown from there. What is the process to take the dog off the street and put it into a suitable home? First of all, rule number 1, know where you're going to put that dog. If a dog is in a bad way, of course, we go and get it and we'll take it to a vet.
Hello.
Hi.
What's wrong with the dog today?
So this little guy was found outside of someone's house and is tied up. And he's really not in the best shape, so we just want to check up because he was definitely on the street. I think he has maybe some hunger.
Fleas or ticks?
Yeah, he was itching, honestly.
So this should be removed by the hair shave.
Yeah, this is like, remember the dog we had before, it was the same thing?
Yeah, you see how the hair become.
So
there is no other option to become shave, and it will be shave 0. Otherwise, I know it's not the 0 option, but we don't have another option to make him 0.
Can we also, let's check the ears and check
usually the ticks and fleas, the ticks come inside the ears. The fleas don't come in the ears, but usually these they come.
And ticks is very common inside the ears, especially because there is no winter time. So in instances, let's say they don't have hibernation, because there depend on the outside temperature. So here it's a variable temperature that is hot, and they're active all time, 24/7, 365 years long. In other countries there is the winter, you cannot find the ticks in the winter season because it's cold. So here it's, let's say, like a very good condition for them, especially the sand and the shade, and they come in the cracks of the walls. We talk about the ticks. So ticks come to the dogs, very common, and they transmit a lot of disease like babesiosis, anaplasmosis. So it's very common. So ticks should be avoided with spray. There is anti-tick spray with the shampoo, and also there is Bravecto, which you can use every 3 months. But what is the most important, to don't take the dog to go where is the bushes, where is the shade. So keep him on the short leash, where is the short grass, and when you come home, always check up if there is ticks or not, and you need to take him manually. So check up and don't let him to go in the bushes. It's, let's say, 90% of the succeed, plus all of this treatment which I told before. For the fleas, it's going easier because they don't leave animals. They always live inside the animals. They cannot survive outside the body. So if you wash him and treat him, it's much easier because ticks go in the cracks in the walls, which is much more difficult.
Oh, okay, we've gotten the dog from the street, we take it to the vet, we get it checked out, dewormed, vaccinated. We check for the microchip. We check for a microchip because if a dog has a microchip, then it probably at some stage has belonged to someone.
Most dogs are not, but it's also a really good way to find out if the owner does come forward, then we can check with a microchip if this is actually the owner or not.
There is no chance.
Which is why, honestly, it's important for everybody to microchip their dogs, but unfortunately not everyone does.
Yeah, so we read the microchip, this is the microchip reader, and here they show the number, but now they show no tag found, so this dog was never chipped before.
We also take photos, advertise them on the social media, because that's one of the things that's been a sideline. Not a sideline, it's come into being. We get contacted by people, my dog's gone missing. So we send them immediately this form, tell us about the dog, send some photos, and then we put it out there. And we have a good rate of connecting them with their owners again. So we try to see if we can find the owner. If not, then the dog, once it's been to the vet and been given its shots and everything, depending on its personality and its size, it will go to the kennels or it will come to one of the foster homes. And then we try to assess the dog. We assess the dog's personality, where we think it would be suited. Does it get on with cats? Does it get on with small children? Other dogs? Does it need a garden, or is it fairly chilled and can stay in an apartment?
Basically, we have a process in place to ensure as much as we can that the person who's going to adopt the dog is a person who's responsible and committed and is going to be able to provide for the dog for the rest of their life. And so if everything checks out, then we actually go to their house and we check to make sure, firstly, that everybody in the household is fine with the dog. So we take the dog with us because we want to see how everyone reacts, not just the main people, everybody, the people that are working in the house as well. And if that's fine, then they can meet, we can make some recommendations for which dog would best suit them.
And don't get one if you can't deal with it and aren't prepared to put in the 12, 13, 14 years that the dog can potentially live for. It's not something that, I got a dog and now I'm off to school abroad and nobody in the family wants it.